Hi, this is PJ. I'm a game designer, and today we're gonna react to the trailer for Expedition 33. So, this is a game that I haven't been aware of. It just appeared on Reddit for me, just a small fraction of the gameplay, and it got me really intrigued because I am a fan of RPGs, and Expedition 33 seems to be an RPG with a twist. And I hope that they put this twist that I saw on that bit in this trailer. I also want to say, by the point of making this video, that we already have 10 videos in our React playlist. So thank you very much for those that have been watching this series. I wasn't expecting anybody to see, to be fair, but if you are enjoying, so please don't forget to like and subscribe. We are at a point where any kind of support really helps the channel. So thank you very much for those that are liking the videos and watching the reactions. So now is the time to start the trailer. Let's go.
Product not yet rated.
Okay, Twisted Tower, Sandfall Interactive.
Soon she'll wake and paint again. Paint a new number, ticking down every year. One stroke, and everyone of that age vanishes into nothingness.
What?
Every year she paints again, and every year an expedition departs for the continent with one hopeless mission: destroy the paintress so she can never paint death again.
Oh,
We'll break the cycle so she can't steal anyone else's future.
This world is full of wonders.
Yet everywhere we go, we walk with death.
Do you
wow.
know we're the only ones left?
Dude, what is this game? Yes! Holy sh...
Even if we fail, we lay the trail for those who will come after. Right? We are Expedition 33.
Oh my god. Wow. Okay, we need to analyze this trailer. There was a lot to talk about in this trailer, but first of all, what a trailer. What a trailer. If you are a fan of RPGs and turn-based RPGs, this might be a new thing. Okay, let's start our analysis because I have so much to talk about this. So first, I want to point out how this game vibes. This game revolves around tragedy and death and loss. So this game is using this classical trope about fighting for survival. And in this fantastical background, we can see how it is a struggle to those who survive this event. They are trying to avenge those who have fallen before and trying to avoid this to happen again and affect new people every year. It is a very strong trope. It is a trope that calls to us in our very basic instinct, as human beings, the fight to survival, the fight for hope, the fight for revenge. So it is a very strong plot hook that this game is using for us to get intrigued and experience its story and eventually its gameplay as well. And now we get to more gameplay bits. We see this shot. Once again, fantastic. Very, look at this. The use of the details and the backgrounds. This game is fantastic. It is on par with the most recent Final Fantasy games and Neo, Elden Ring, and Black Myth Wukong, Sekiro. They are doing a great job of portraying a fantasy game in an open world. This screams boss fight to me. I don't think this is going to be maybe an NPC interaction. Just by the way that this monster is moving, looks like this is something that we will fight eventually. And something interesting, we get to see a female character here, and this is taking the lead. This is taking the lead of a character that you are controlling, you know, like the main character. So this either says that maybe we are supposed to have multiple characters that we can put in front for us to control, or they might split at some point, and then you get to put some characters in front for you to control, or maybe even we have character creation and we get to select between male and female as our main protagonist. And then we get to the fighting bits. And this is something that I wanted to discuss. This was what made me interested in reacting to a trailer of this game, because I saw that this was a turn-based game but with action elements. So we get to see the HUD and the turn. I think this is the turn order. So you get to experience when those characters and the enemies are going to act. You get down here the stats of those characters, health points, probably mana or something like that. And we see that this character is attacking, but look at this. You have quick time events. So it is turn-based with quick time elements. I know this is not completely new. We've seen this in some old games and indie games that are trying to try new things, you know, experiment with the formula. But it is really interesting to see a game in this magnitude doing this. This is refreshing. This is what made me interested in reacting to this. So quick time events, and this, as we can see it right there, as you press this right, you got the perfect score, and in a perfect score you do almost double the damage. I don't know what this element means, but it is really cool to see these mechanics being used in a turn-based game with these graphics and in such a cool story. Once again, another depiction what we were talking about. Here we see some of the menu. I don't know if this is the menu of the turn, you know, this is just how you select what you will do, or if this is something that this character selected and then it popped up this menu. But we see aim, items, skills, attack, and this blue bar with 4 slots. I'm getting the vibe that this is maybe the mana system, you know, how he uses his magic, or maybe a special meter. This aim action is curious, so maybe we'll see some targeting system in use in this game. We might expect this. Another quick time event. This is another scene, another point with quick time. You see, this is a very big point for this game, as they are using this as marketing many times in this trailer. And this is probably the aim action that we saw before. Augmented aim, many shots. I think this was the scene that got me intrigued. Not exactly, but you see, Melee performs a counter. This is another scene from the same action, but you see, she looks like she deflected the enemy attack and acted. And this seems pretty basic when you think about fighting, you know, just, oh, she just deflected an attack. But remember that this is a turn-based game, which means that you can perform a counter in the turn of your opponent. Your opponent is making an attack, and then you can just disrupt its attack and do an attack yourself. This is really cool, really interesting, and once again, I don't think this is exactly new. I'm pretty sure we can see some references from games from the past in this, but seeing all of those elements mixed together in this game with those graphics in this story makes me really hyped up for this game. I went back a little bit just to see this small action here. Remember, this is the opponent's turn. We are watching the enemy do an attack, and then you have these options at the enemy's turn. Gradient, I don't even have a clue what gradient is. A parry, which looks like what this character just did. We have dodge and jump. So these options here tell me in this trailer that this is how the game balances out the possibility of you acting at the opponent's turn. I'm getting the vibe that depending on what your opponent is doing, some actions will be able to counter it and some will not. So if this opponent did some action that you could not parry, this character would not be able to parry this attack. So there will be actions your opponent does that you will only be able to dodge or to jump or to gradient, whatever this is. So what this brings a very simple element of rock, paper, scissors, which is one of the most, if not the most balanced game of all time. You know, so when you bring this element, this very simple concept, it makes that you have an option, an opportunity to avoid your opponent's attack, but it is not 100% guaranteed. It is not 100% in your favor as a player. You need to either understand what your opponent is doing, or if it is not telegraphed, which we don't know by this trailer, you just have to guess if you're going to parry this time or dodge and or jump to try to get this counter. I think this is really smart, so it is not too overpowered. You don't feel too overpowered for being able to avoid completely your opponent action. I have one small complaint about this, but this might be because it is just the trailer. But look at how when she does the parry, there is no visual cue of what you just did here. I would appreciate if they just did, exception, especially for this trailer, if they just flashed what the player selected here. You see, there is no reaction to this menu visually for when the player pressed the parry button. Another boss parried. So so this parry is different from the counter that we saw before. Maybe that was a special ability, and this is the parry used from this menu here. Once again, no visual cue, unfortunately. Dodge. A gradient counter. Okay, so this is the gradient. Did it set gradient before and I just missed? I'm blind. Then maybe I'm just blind sometimes. So that was it for Expedition 33. This is one of my most anticipated game that I have reacted so far. I am so hyped to see this game. I might actually even try it out later, uh, when it comes out, of course. So we'll finish this reaction here. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to help this channel grow. And we'll see you the next time.